What is good, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'll be showing you guys the best settings to use in Modern Warfare 3. And excuse my voice, I'm a little bit congested and sick right now, but the YouTube grind stays real. So I play on tactical flipped. This is all just personal preference. Flip, pretty much what it means is that I will be shooting and aiming in with my L1 and R1, my bumpers, and throwing tackles and grenades with my triggers. Controller vibration I like to keep off. I feel like that can mess your shot up if you do have it on. And then we will go to the dead zone inputs. There's a couple cool new things that they added. So let's go through this real quick. Let's do this test stick dead zone. Pretty much you're going to want to turn this on, and this will show you the best dead zones, left stick min and right stick min, you should be using for your controller. So let's turn that on. It's on 0, 0. I'm going to move my left stick around. You see -1, -4. Let's turn that off real quick. Let's bump it up to 2 each. Move it around again. -1, -2. Okay, let's bump both up to 3. Move it again. -1. Okay, we almost have it. Let's bump it up one more. Nope, still close. All right, there we go. Let's go 0, 0. So 4, 4 is what I should be using for this controller right now. This could be different because if you just use this controller, just start using it, it might be a very low one. But let's say I've been using it for 6 months, it might need to be a little bit higher left stick and right stick min. So it's really awesome that you could like test that out. Left stick and right stick max are both going to be 99. And then this is also a pretty cool testing feature as well, where you could turn this all the way up. And what this means is you have to press harder on your L2 button to aim in or R2 to shoot, and you could see the graph right here. So we want to keep this on 0. Let's reset it to D. Oops. Oh god, that's not good. Let's reset that to default and then turn it all the way down to 0, because if you do that, it's going to be quicker reaction time that your controller picks up that you're trying to aim in or shoot, and then that could win you a gunfight, lose you a gunfight, win or lose you a game. So let's move that on. We have 661 is what I've been playing on since like a Black Ops 4. Very good. Sensitivity multiplayer, that's not too important for unless you're ground vehicle sensitivity and like other stuff. And then vertical aim axis, don't really change this at all. But then I use dynamic aim assist. Dynamic aim assist has been in the game since I think Modern Warfare 2019, and it's probably the best one to use for multiplayer in Warzone. Yes, it could be different, but dynamic aim assist is very good, and pretty much every single pro player, 95% of them, and the YouTubers and streamers all use dynamic in multiplayer Call of Duty. So make sure you have your aim assist on. My first game on, I had it off, and I got turned on my first life in this game. So make sure you have the aim assist on. And yes, aim assist is pretty strong in this game. I would say it's a little bit weaker than some other Call of Duties, but it's still very good. So if you are a mouse and keyboard player, you're probably gonna hate aim assist. Automatic sprint, pretty much in the Call of Duty League, you cannot have auto attack sprint on. It's G8, which means gentlemen's agreements to not use. But when I'm practicing, I'll keep it off. But if I'm just chilling, having fun, and I do not want to destroy my controller too much, I will turn on automatic tactical sprint to where I just push it forward, and that's all I need to do. And I'll be sprinting full speed. So, but let's keep that off for now. And then I will keep my single tap run on because it's just easy to use. This is also G8 in the Call of Duty League as well. There's a lot of things G8, but pretty much it makes it so you just single tap and you start sprinting already. Grounded mantle is going to be off. Partial for the automatic airborne mantle, and then automatic ground mantle off as well. So I'm not just climbing on random things while I'm trying to jump shot and move around in gunfights. Got the trigger on for plunging underwater. We're going to keep going down right here. Weapon mount activation. I personally use this off because you can't mount in the Call of Duty League either. So, but if you want to mount, you can just ADS, or you can ADS melee. You can do double tap ADS. So there's different options to have for mounting, but personally, I keep it off. And then keep going down here. This interact stuff will mostly be for like Warzone and other things. So I just keep it normal for multiplayer. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Let's move on to the graphics and audio. Wait one sec. I forgot to tell you guys a very important setting. There's been a major change to this setting because of Modern Warfare 3 compared to Modern Warfare 2. In Modern Warfare 2, it was the meta to dive around. So you wanted to have inverted, which means tap to dive. But now since slide canceling is back, you want to have standard where it's tap to slide and then you hold to dive. So make sure you are changing this around, or it will mess up your movement in Modern Warfare 3. And time for the fun part, the graphics settings. So I will keep on-demand text streaming on just because we're on console and PS5. On PC, I will probably turn this off. Well, I will turn this off just to make sure I'm getting as many frames as possible. So I'll just have it on for now. It's not too big of a deal on console, but then I'll turn word motion blur and weapon motion blur off, because when you're spinning around the map, you're looking at everything. It's kind of like, it looks like you're the Flash running through like a portal and everything. You're spinning around and everything is very blurry. So it could definitely mess you up. And when I use it, I just feel like I don't feel good. I get like a headache using it. Film grain, you want to have this on 0. If you turn this up too much, it will look very grainy and it will look like an old video game, an old arcade game back in like the 80s. So make sure you have this off. Depth of field, you want to have this off as well. So what that means is when you aim in, it will make everything blurry around, except for your ADS. But pretty much you want to have it off just so the map stays consistent. There's no blur every time you aim in, because you could get used to it, but I feel like it kind of just mess you up and hurts you from seeing certain things, because you want to still see things around you while you're aiming down sight, just in case. Fidelity FX CAS will definitely need to stay on. This pretty much makes the map detailed, the colors vibrant, everything look good. So always put Fidelity CAS to 100 and the strength to 100. Since we're on console, we only go up to 120 hertz, but you need to make sure you have 120 hertz on console. If you're not playing 120, odds are you're playing on 60, and that could be a big disadvantage because other players, most of them, I will say, are playing on 120. So they'll be able to camera you, see you first, and you won't be able to keep up just because of your technology you have on. I have field of view at 100. If you put it to 120, it kind of looks like a montage, like you're running around. It looks crazy, like you're John Wick. But I just always play on 100. My ADS field of view will be affected. So what that means with affected is when I aim in, my whole screen doesn't aim in. But if you have it on independent right here, your whole screen like aims in. So affected keeps it the same, and it's good if you are to be running around the map a lot in your close quarters combat with affected. But if you are like super long range or coming back with an LMG or a heavy AR or a sniper, it will be good to use independent because it aims your whole screen in. So if you're in a lot of long range gunfights, I can see why it would be good for you to use it independent. So you can give it a try though. First person camera movement, make sure you have this on 50. So if the movement is as least as possible, because this other stuff, well, your camera will be like bouncing, moving and everything. Brightness, I just kind of keep this on default. I don't really mess with this too much, honestly. Safe area, I usually try to like make it as small as possible, just so you could see everything a little bit smaller. It'll make your minimap a little bit smaller as well. And then yeah, that's it for the graphics. For subtitles, we're going to have them all off, but this is personal preference. If you want titles to be or subtitles to be displayed on the screen where it says enemy team capturing A flag or enemy team planted the bomb at B, you can have that. Personally, I've just never really played with that, so I keep it off. Subtitle size, and then you could see this is pretty self-explanatory. Default largest, but since mine's off, it doesn't really matter. Menu text size default. This is all just a kind of personal preference things right here. Language selection English, but I am on a like 19-day streak in Spanish on Duolingo, so I might have to change the language selection. This is also very cool because you can change any single color you would like with these different settings, or you can actually change the setting to whatever you like to make it. So you will see enemies as certain colors instead of the default one where your team is blue, you are gold, the enemy team is red, and your people in your party are green. But then you can just change it. You make it custom. This is very just nice to have because certain people like certain colors better, and it will help you notice an enemy quicker or notice your teammate quicker, and you can find your personal preference for it. So I'm glad they have that. Minimap shape you want to have as square, not round. If you have it as round, your minimap will not be as big, unfortunately. Then you want to have minimap rotation on, so when you are moving around the map, turning back and forth, it is moving with you. It's not just staying in place stagnant, so you can see different angles of the map while you are moving, and it kind of help you get information, especially if there's like a UAV up in the air and you're in like the enemy base, and you can see like where the next set of people are going by just turning around and seeing different areas of the map. Crosshairs, you want to make sure you have this on static. If you do not have it on static, it will be sometimes not displaying the crosshairs, so that's why I have it on static. And other things here is like the full name, abbreviated name, icon only. I would recommend you do full name for the player name because it will show you the most red. For me personally, that's the color I use for the enemy. It will show you the most red in their name, and you'll be easier to see them. I have this on for the telemetry, just the server latency, so I know what my ping is. I know if I have packet loss. You can put the clock, you can put other stuff if you'd like. And parallax effects you want to have off. But yeah, guys, that is going to do it for all the settings right here. Hopefully this video helps you, and I will be doing another settings video when we do have the PC beta out, because that's gonna be a whole bunch of different settings and how to get the most out of your PC. But hope you guys enjoy this for the controller settings as well, because I will stay the same. But thank you guys all for watching. I will see you in the next one, and as always, my name is Attach, and I'm out. Peace.